and win a giant prize. 9 rolls and a score of 300 wins a jumbo prize for the VAT19 fan you're playing for. Our bowlers are ready. Now let's see which of these lucky fans will win a prize. Oh, 50 right off the bat. Yeah, Kara. Joey and Kara, you guys both scored above 300, which means you both won a prize for the fans you were playing for. Joey, as our winner today, why don't you get first pick?
I'm gonna go with the giant inflatable beach ball.
Ooh, I like it.
Fun.
Kara, as our runner-up, you want to pick out a prize too?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the gummy bear chair. You know.
Comfortable, elegant. I like it. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and remember, you can pick out your own prize at our online store when you shop for Jumbo Fun at VAT19.com.
So this was definitely one of the most ambitious builds that we've had yet, and there was a lot that we had to figure out how to do. The first and most challenging thing that we didn't know how to do was how to build the curve for the ramp. So we just started with a baseball and tried to figure out the best way to launch a ball into the air. After that, we cut some boards to frame our full-sized ramp, and then we had to figure out how to bend a large piece of plywood to go along that curve. First, we tried the circular saw, but that didn't work. We found out a table saw would work really well, and it just took a lot of time and a lot of cutting. After we made all the cuts in the board, we had to get it to bend a little bit more, so we covered the whole thing in plastic and steamed it up in there to get the wood nice and soft. After that, we were able to ratchet strap it to the ramp and secure it with some nails. There were still some bumps and cracks, so we used some wood filler to fill in all of those gaps. The next most challenging thing was to figure out the target. Now we had to measure out the hole sizes and make sure all the bowling balls would fit and how many holes we could fit on the target to make it still feel like the game we wanted it to be. We started with a cardboard template, and then after that we traced all the holes onto a big piece of plywood and cut them out. For the cups on the targets, we used large plastic buckets and cut the tops off of them so they would rest just in the holes. Once we cut all the holes out for the target's face, we had to build a frame and a box for the target, as well as a ball return so the balls would come back to us. Regular nets you're used to seeing in a game like this wouldn't really work for a bowling ball, so we had to use some metal hardware cloth to really keep the ball in so we could still see what was happening, but keep the ball from flying out. We hooked sensors up to all the holes that were then wired to a computer system that would display the entire score on a screen above the game. Once we figured out the scoring system, it was time to paint on the lane markers. Then we just had to put on the finishing touches, and we were ready to play.
Yeah! Right in the hole!
Dang.
Where'd the ball go? Oh.
It's back!
VAT19.com